Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Bob Wahl Show. On the Bob Wahl Show, we talk business, St. Louis, and real estate. Hello, St. Louis. Thank you so much for joining us. I am on location today at VB Chocolate Bar with Conor VanBuskirk. Conor, thank you so much for doing my show.
And thank you for having me. I look forward to helping you out.
It's a really cool business you have going on here. You're located in COTTLEVILLE. I guess I'll just have you start out by talking a little bit about yourself and a little bit about the chocolate bar you have here.
Awesome. So we've been here, it'll be 5 years in October. We've been in the chocolate business for about 13. We started when me and my wife first got married with my mother-in-law opening a chocolate franchise, which we still own and operate a couple of those. Had a couple kids, wife would stay at home, and then we decided that we wanted to kind of take chocolate to the next level of what we were interested in and combine that with a lot of other things that were single origin, like the chocolate I liked, and they paired well together. So kind of we're able to put our ideas of what we thought would work really well for retail and bar chocolate coffee going forward. And out of that came this desire to open up VB's Chocolate Bar and do this full time.
That's really, really cool. And you're not just selling chocolates. This is kind of you do many things. I'll have you talk about, I can go on about the types of products, but I'll have you explain as well. And just get your mouth close to that mic, otherwise the audio won't pick up well. I'm going to, not to be bossy.
So in-house, we make all of our own chocolates, and that was really what drove us in the very beginning. Was we wanted to be able to create chocolates that we found very interesting and kind of, we were passionate about. So all of this kind of was born out of that. And then along those lines, the third wave coffee movement started, and we became obsessed with the way that you could develop flavors in single origin black coffee the same way we could develop flavors in single origin chocolate and wines. I mean, finding tasting notes and all these incredible things that, worked really well together. So we it all started because of the chocolate, but within that, then we started to grow and develop this business that incorporated more things to where you could come in, get a craft beer, and I could expose you to a really killer chocolate, or you could combine that with an ice cream I make. All of our baked goods were kind of born out of necessity. When people came in for coffees and meetings, they needed something to eat. So we started making all of our own baked goods. That wasn't something we originally really had an interest in doing, but it was kind of a necessity. So some things have happened naturally, and other things we've kind of responded to the market and we've added because it's what our customers want. And at the end of the day, we're here because we love what we do, but also if the customers aren't getting things that they're interested in, we can have all the passion we want, it's not going to matter. So one thing that we've learned really that's become apparent the last couple of years is kind of a shift of telling everyone what they should like and more finding a fit for what we do with people and then responding within our scheme of our desires of what we're willing to do and really up the hospitality side versus just being a pure artist. How do we merge those two things together? There's been a lot of growth for VBs the last couple of years.
Really, really, really interesting. Now, so, we're talking ice cream, pastries, chocolate, all that made in-house. Mm-hmm. You also have a good wine selection, beer selection, make some outstanding mixed drinks. I saw the spring menu. What are your favorites? I know that may be hard to say, but of all the things you make, is there something that maybe you're guilty on snacking on this more than you should, or maybe even customer favorites? But what do you think? The top products are?
So I'm guilty of eating everything, which is why I'm not slim. But my favorites tend to be natural black coffees. So a lot of Ethiopians right now. I've got a Panama that's amazing. So I like very kind of fruit-forward, acidic, light roasted coffees. Those are always a big seller with our base. And then you've got your comfort foods that everyone loves, which would be right now seasonally our iced honey lavender latte. Okay. So we we create syrups that we use in our lattes. And honey lavender is our seasonal one right now. Our number one seller is probably brown sugar vanilla. Okay. So when we decided that we were going to do syrups and do lattes, we decided the only way we were willing to do that is if we could control the syrups, create that, and be able to put our own spin on it versus getting in, a bottle of something that everyone has and, pumping like every other coffee shop. So if we're going to do it, how do we do it our way? So coffee is one of my favorites. Craft beers have really, really grown on me, really taken off. And then I'm always guilty of a good bourbon ice cream, a good truffle-wise right now we're working on, well, it's actually a caramel. So we took our jasmine tea and we infused our jasmine tea with orange blossom into a caramel, and we're enrobing that in a 64% dark chocolate. And that currently is what I'm obsessed with because it's the newest thing.
Yeah.
There's really nothing here that we sell that I don't really like.
Yeah.
So it's such a wide variety of things that we're passionate about. And within that, we have about 16 employees right now. So within that, you have employees with different preferences, which is really cool to kind of see what everyone's into and then be able to translate that and, work as one big brain trust. Because what's neat about and what I didn't know going in, but one thing I've learned, one thing that's really neat about the way that we do things is we have a bartender here who is a phenomenal mixologist. Mm-hmm. And we have access to all of these liquors that I don't have to go out and think about. So access to coffees, access to ice cream, we've got access to baked goods and all these ingredients and all these different people working together. These beautiful ideas happen randomly because we're not having to go out and seek, okay, how are we going to use an alcohol today? I'll just see Lisa making a cocktail and think, I think I could translate that to chocolate. And it just happens naturally, which is not something I see in a lot of other places. Normally we're very specific to what we do. And within that, we're very rigid. Whereas here, we tend to work with a lot of different things, which creates really awesome things, and other times it creates duds, but we're getting better and better at just creating good things.
Yeah. And I was looking at the beer menu when you were talking to you got a lot of the good ones over there. The Contact High Four Hands. I'd never tried that milk stout, but I haven't met a milk stout I don't like, so I'll have to give that a try sometime. Now you do have the opportunity to allow people to host events here from I'll let you talk about like the events that you've had people host here in the past.
Yeah. So we have an opportunity on Sundays and Monday nights when we're closed, because coffee closes early on those days and the bar's not open, to host private parties for your company, for baby showers, for weddings. And that's a way, because we're a fairly small venue, to comfortably seat and serve you. Smaller parties we can do when we're open. It's just, generally those fall on people are wanting to do them on Fridays and Saturday nights, and it's really hard to get in here on Fridays and Saturday nights. So we always are willing to work people on how do we, allow you to celebrate your special event with a place that you think is special. Yeah. We'd always want to be a part of that. It doesn't always work, but we always want to be a part of people's stories.
Right. Well, that's great. Well, thank you so much for doing the show and introducing a lot of the people that maybe haven't heard about your business to your location here. It's really cool. How can people find you online and on social media?
So on Facebook, we're VB Chocolate Bar, V as in Victor, B as in boy. It's short for my last name, VanBuskirk. So VB Chocolate Bar Facebook. On the web, it is vbchocolatebar.com. Facebook, we've already talked about. So Twitter is at VB Chocolate Bar or at VB Coffee Bakery. Instagram, same deal. Come and find us, follow us. We tweet out new menu things, ideas. We just try to keep our customers engaged with exciting new things.
Well, awesome. Well, thank you, Conor. Really nice having you. And that will conclude this week's episode of The Bob Wahl Show. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. I will see you guys next week, and goodbye for now.